Today was a great day for me for a number of reasons. One of the big reasons was that I turned in my affidavit for transfer of title for the home I just purchased into the city that I'm moving to, and that's just outstanding and awesome and all that jazz. I even got it straightened out with the city that the water had to be switched into my name. So that's super cool. Check that off the list. And that's a pretty big deal for me, but the big reason I'm making this video here today is, shh, don't tell anyone, but I'm gonna be a dad. That's right, I'm gonna be a father, and I only found out just a few weeks ago when my girlfriend told me, and at first I was a little bit scared, but then after thinking about it for a good 30-40 seconds, I wasn't scared anymore, and I was very excited for the whole idea. And one of the big reasons why I went from a little bit scared to very excited was because the home I recently purchased, I purchased it because I wanted to not only start building equity, but I also wanted to have a nest, so to speak. So I have the option to start a family if I wanted to start a family. So the irony is, right around the same time when I put the offer in to buy the home, I conceived a child. And right around the same time when I closed on the home, I discovered that I'm going to be having a baby, because if you know anything about baby making, you don't know when you conceive until several weeks after you've conceived the baby. So that's just how this thing works. I'm not a doctor, I just trust what they have to say. So at this point, we are currently 9 weeks and 4 days along the ride here, so to speak, and we have a lot more time to go before the baby actually does arrive. In fact, we're expecting it sometime at or around before or after March 23rd is the due date, or the estimated due date. We're going to be going in for an ultrasound in a couple weeks, and we'll figure out more details about what the baby's shaped like, what sort of body parts it has, if that's important to folks, as well as how long it's been in the oven, so to speak. And me and my girlfriend are already talking about starting a registry with a couple companies, maybe 1 or 2 companies, for a baby shower. Now, I don't know if I want to do a baby shower. I'm thinking more along the lines of doing a baby bath, because bathing a baby in a bath is a lot safer than bathing it in a shower. And I know how ridiculous that sounds, and it's intended to be ridiculous. It's also a very silly play on words, so I'm hoping to do more bad dad jokes as I go along in this channel. The whole pregnancy thing hit me and my girlfriend as quite a surprise, considering that she didn't think she could become pregnant. And I think that's exactly how we got into this whole pregnancy to begin with, was her thinking she can't get pregnant. But surprise, life said, and thought that we should probably have a child, so here we are now. So we've known that she's been pregnant for several weeks now, but today was the day we decided to officially announce it publicly, not only on our own social media accounts, but also here in my YouTube channel. Oh yeah, earlier today I was able to hear the heartbeat of the baby. It just melted my heart personally. It made me feel ways that I've never felt before, which is real exciting and truly a good thing. And with every passing day and every week that's gone by, I'm getting progressively more and more excited and a lot more imaginative about how things are going to be in the future, and what I can do to become the best possible father I can be for the child, and what I can do to make sure the child has a comfortable life moving forward. So a couple of ideas I came up with. One of the ideas I came up with is that I want to start a brokerage account for the child before it's even born, and start dollar cost averaging into purchasing index funds to make sure that the child has a nice healthy nest egg for when it gets older. But it's a secret. Shh, don't tell my kid, because I don't want them to know that they're going to be getting this nest egg, and we don't know if I'm actually going to be able to actually save up the money anyway. So if you're my child and you're watching this down the line, I don't know if I have a savings account for you. Hopefully I was responsible enough. But money's silly, money's tricky, money's funny, I dare say, and we don't know what the future's going to bring with the US economy or with index funds, and whether or not they'll be a reliable place to put your money for a long-term savings plan. However, the way that index funds, specifically the S&P 500, has performed over time since the 70s, it's been increasing at a rate around 9% or so. And if inflation's around 2% every single year, that means an increase about 7% every single year since it's been formed in the 70s. So if you want to take a look at the rule of 72 when it comes to interest rates and doubling, you take 72 and divide it by the interest rate. In this case, it's about 7. So 72 divided by 7 is about 10. So every 10 years, we can expect the money in the baby's account to double, assuming I actually set aside the money. So we'll see what happens with that. Like I said, the idea is to dollar cost average into purchasing these funds over time, and once the baby turns 18 or is competent enough for me and the mother to decide whether or not they should get this money, we'll set them up with this money. Maybe we'll use the money specifically to put them through college or a trade school or something like that. Or maybe we'll start a trust fund to make sure they don't blow all the money on something silly once they get access to it. Parents, am I right? just holding back all that money they were supposed to give you for free. How dare they? Another thing I'm hoping to do for my child too is to set up an email address for them before they're even born. This idea I'm taking from a good friend of mine who did it for all of their children that they have had already. And the idea is to start an email address for them and to start emailing your kid all of the interesting things that have happened since they were born. So you can imagine by the time you're old enough to actually access this email address that your dad or your mom made for you, that you get all these emails that talk about your life as you developed and as you grew up over the years. I think that'd be a really neat experience for the child to have. They can look at these emails that I've been emailing to them since they were just, a couple months old, a couple days old even, and telling them about the experiences I've had as a father and all those sorts of things. It could be a really fun thing to do, I think, and I think the baby will get a kick out of it, but maybe not nearly as much as I'll get a kick out of doing it for the baby. Another thing I'm hoping to do is do some video diaries for the baby too, where I can film myself talking to a camera a lot like this, except instead of making videos for a general audience of the whole entire world watching it, I can make videos specifically tailored for my child. I can talk directly to my child. Something similar to maybe the whole email address idea, but it'd be a lot more intimate and direct because the child can see me talking directly to them. So if you're the child that I'm talking about in this video and you're watching it right now on YouTube, hey, I don't know who you are just yet. You are still inside of your mom's belly and you don't even have a name yet. We don't know anything about you. We don't know how you're going to turn out. We don't know what's going to happen to you, but I love you already and I plan on loving you as you grow up, and I want to be fully supportive of you as a person and what you want to achieve out of this life and what you want to become and what you want to make of this life. I just hope that you're a kind person and that you're considerate of other people's feelings and you're not a jerk. Just do your best you possibly can. I also want to make sure you grow up in an environment that is safe and comfortable, but also helps push you to become creative and to express yourself. Anyways, back to it. This video is meant for the whole world, not just for my child. I have so many other ideas running around my brain about what I'm going to do when the child arrives, what sort of parent I will be, how I want to go about rearing the child, and what I want to do as a dad. And I guess the only thing I can do in the meantime is just to keep notes, write things down, write down ideas, and just do the best I possibly can when the moment actually arrives, when I actually become a father in person. I hold the child in my hands for the first time. I mean, I'm 38 right now. By the time the child is done graduating high school, I'll be nearly 60 years old and hopefully close to retirement. So I have to start playing my cards right now if I want to make sure that that child has a nice nest egg to get started in life, and that I have a retirement plan for myself, and that my girlfriend has her retirement plan in line, and everything goes smoothly. I just want to make sure that me and my family have a comfortable life. I don't want to live outside my means. I want to live within my means, and I want to make sure that we're comfortable, we're happy, we're safe, and we're secure, and that we can just have a nice, happy family, more or less. That's all I really want. And I think that about covers it for this video today. Thanks very much for watching and listening to my exciting news about the baby I'm having. I'm absolutely pleased as punch. I'm thrilled, and I can't wait. And if you're new to my channel, I have to let you know, not all my videos are about me announcing fatherhood. No, I post every single day here on YouTube for the year of 2021. I've posted every single day so far for this year. And I'm a wreck. You're supposed to specialize when it comes to content creation. I post about all this stuff, whatever's on my mind that day. But one thing I do consistently on my channel is I post weekly circus and flow arts tutorials where I teach you things like how to juggle balls, or how to juggle, say, clubs, or how to contact juggle, like that thing that David Bowie did in the Labyrinth. Pretty sweet. I know how to do it, and I teach you how to teach yourself. Or you can learn how to spin things in your finger just like that. They call this pediddling. You can do it with anything pretty much flat and not too big, and textured surfaces work great. I personally like these couch cushions because if you mess up, it doesn't hurt you at all. It's just a couch cushion. Or you can learn how to use the devil sticks. The devil sticks and I go way back. I was 12 years old when I first picked them up, and by the time I was 14, I started getting pretty good, and I'm 38 now. So if you do some mathematics, you can figure out how long I've been playing with devil sticks. And that's a wrap, my friends. Thanks very much again for watching this video all the way to the very end. I appreciate it more than you would ever know. Please remember to check out my playlist section to see all of the content I've made for this year so far, carefully organized into playlists to make it easier for you to find something you might find interesting. And please remember to never give up. Do your best. Stay true to you and be amazing. Thanks very much again for watching this all the way to the very, very, very end. I appreciate it. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.